Well, when you end up joining ACDC, I think you beat out about 100 drummers or so that they had lined up to audition. Obviously at that point in your career, you had been a part of big projects, but ACDC, especially in those days, I mean, just on another level. Was it a little bit nerve wracking in a way to join up with this at the time band that was already a legendary rock act and filling arenas and stadiums?
I've never been nervous in my life.
Wow.
On stage. You can be apprehensive, or I can be apprehensive a little bit, but so if you're nervous about, as I say, you can be apprehensive, but nervous, I've never felt that, I'm afraid. I feel sorry for people who get stage fright. And there's some brilliant people who are brilliant at what they do, singers, drummers, guitarists, and they all say, oh, I threw up before going or something. I've never had that. And I'm not an arrogant person. I'm just sure of my abilities, if you like. But Cliff told me afterwards that they dropped slightly. He said we used to sell 10 million records straight off in one country, and now we're just down to 1 million. That soon went up though with Razor's Edge. The guys wrote amazing songs there, I think, as you just said. And no pressure with the audition, but they told me afterwards, they didn't tell me, Dick, the drum tech, told me that they auditioned all over the world, Australia, America, and Britain. And people would come out of the woodwork and they'd phone and say, because don't forget, no internet yet or any of that stuff. Don't tell my band, but I really want to try out with you guys. Because everybody wanted to be the drummer of AC/DC. So I was chuffed to death. That no pressure in the audition. Angus and Malcolm sat 10 feet on two chairs with the guitars on their laps, as they usually do. And Cliff was over in that corner and Brian was over in that corner. And no pressure. And they went, okay, we'll do Back in Black. You count in. Oh, God. Here we go. So it's like tick, 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 gang, gang,
Yeah.
No pressure at all. And they were looking me right in the face because, to see if I'd crumbled in any way. Because if you crumble at an audition, you're going to crumble on stage.
Yeah, for sure.
And when you get in front of 100,000 people, if you crumble, that's the band screwed, So they had to put me under pressure, or everybody possibly who tried out. I'm not going to say who tried out, but they were top names. Very, very top names, and surprising. It would surprise you if I said who it was. And I was so pleased to get that job because to me it was a job, and I had to do my job. Because I say you can't crumble, not with AC/DC.
What other songs did you audition with, or was it just Back in Black?
I can't remember, but probably Highway to Hell. And I remember from Razor's Edge, they'd never been heard before. They wanted me to learn Rock Your Heart Out. Now, it'd never been performed except for this demo. And it was so different to anything else that AC/DC have ever done, because it's like a syncopated bass drum. And Angus and Malcolm used to play drums on the demos. but this is like a syncopated bass drum. And it was completely different to what you think of AC/DC, and it is. I love that song, and I want Timeline to cover it as well. We haven't covered it yet, but I'd like that to happen. I'd like to do it on stage because I think it's a great song, tremendous song. So that came out of the audition, and I had about 20, 30 minutes to learn it from never having heard it before, ever, to see how you'd be on that as well, like a bit of a test.
So what, they just play it for you, and then what, they just leave you alone for a little while and you work on it?
Yeah, they left me alone for half an hour. Wow. They went and had a cup of tea or whatever. And because that's all, Angus only drinks tea. He's never drank alcohol. People don't get that because he's a wild man on stage. They think he's a wild man off stage. He's not.